You're watching Good Morning Iowa in HD. We are Iowa's most accurate weather team. Good Morning Iowa starts now with breaking news.
Good morning, Iowa. A fire broke out this morning just after 5 o'clock, 2100 block of Douglas Avenue. That is Plaza Lanes in Des Moines. And that is where our own Elias Johnson is right now. He has some incredible video of what's going on there. Elias, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Sabrina. You can see inside the business itself, there is really nothing you can do other than fight defensively at this point, which is exactly what Brian O'Keefe said firefighters are doing, just trying to keep it from spreading anywhere else. But Plaza Lane sustaining huge damage this morning. The roof is completely collapsed in on the structure, and you can see the front of it is completely gone, the facade of the business. Look at those trucks. I mean, you've got 4 different ones, one further to the left that you can barely see in the background, 4 ladder trucks battling and just dousing as much water as they can on this. Douglas is shut down, so avoid the area if you can. You're definitely not going to get through. I haven't seen this, as far as response-wise, this many firefighters on scene of a fire in quite some time, especially in a place that I know a lot of people have a lot of experience being at Plaza Lane. It's a very popular place to hang out. This kicked out just a little after 5 o'clock this morning. I guess if there's any good news, it's that the business wasn't open. The investigation into what actually started this will obviously take some time, but you wonder how much is going to be left. Because as they dump all this water on here, the flames continue to shoot up. Look at that glow back there. It's a very hot fire as we're on scene here. Brian O'Keefe with Des Moines Fire is getting another update for us, so as soon as he has that, we'll come back out live to you and give you an update as to what's going on here as firefighters, 3-alarm fire continue to try to just knock this down, and as of right now, it looks like a pretty tough order. We'll send it back to you, Sabrina.
All right, thank you very much, Elias. That is some incredible video. We also are following another fire this morning. That's at 1400 6th Avenue. Multiple fires in this. Reports that 3 houses are on fire. There are 2 people taken to the hospital. Their conditions not known at this time, but we also have crews that are headed there. So busy morning for us to keep track of, and we'll try to keep you apprised of all that information as we continue to learn more of what's happening at both locations and the condition of those 2 people who were taken to the hospital there at the fires on 6th Avenue. 6th Avenue blocked between Forest and Carter. Douglas blocked near between, I believe, 21 to 2700 block of Douglas is closed. So just make sure that you are aware of exactly what's going on around the metro today as you are heading out, so that you don't have any major issues getting to work today. Taylor Knust, another issue that might affect people getting to work today is the fog.
Yeah, you know, not everyone's seeing it, but Des Moines is one of the spots that definitely is. So that is just another thing that might slow us down on the roads as you step outside this morning. And not only is it fog, but there's a little mist mixed in there that when it makes contact with the cement and the surface could cause some slick spots. So just keep that in mind as you step outside this morning. Our temperature is 30 in Des Moines, 30 in Creston, 21 in Ames, and 21 right now in Fort Dodge. So really depends on where you are, whether you need that heavy coat or maybe just kind of the lighter coat this morning. It's not too bad down south where we have 30s early on this morning. All right, visibility is improving a little bit in Des Moines, but you see this yellow here, that's where the most dense fog is. So Atlantic over to Creston, dealing with the most dense fog at the moment. And I think this is going to drift toward the metro here later on. So Madison County, Warren County, get ready. Dense fog could be an issue for your drive out to work early this morning. The rest of us, it's just patchy fog, so I really don't expect it to slow you down all that much this morning. Again, a closer look shows visibility down to a ½ mile in Ankeny, 3/4 of a mile in Perry, and 3/4 of a mile around Pella. Your day tracker, once we get rid of the fog, really it's going to be a nice Monday. 31 at 8 o'clock, quickly warming up to 45 by noon, and I think we reached the 50s today in Des Moines. So today is going to feel a lot like Saturday did, Sabrina, and it was a really nice start to the weekend. So more comfortable weather in the forecast for us later today.
All right, good deal. Thank you very much, Taylor. We'll check back with you in just a little bit. Now, we know that it's kind of warm outside and there's no snow, but One Ski Resort is ready for winter. Sleepy Hollow in Des Moines has made a bunch of upgrades for the season. They've made some artificial snow for the first few days of business, but they are eagerly looking forward to the real thing. As they wait, they are looking at a move back to their roots by re-emphasizing sledding and tubing.
We're kind of going back to our roots in the tubing and sledding kind of thing. There's been some new products that have come out. One from Austria, which is a mini luge, and then a Swedish sled called a snow racer. They require less skill and less snow.
They usually get about 20,000 visitors a year at Sleepy Hollow, but with these improvements, they are hoping to bump that number up even more. New details this morning on a veteran's dedication on Sunday, a big step for the VA hospital in Des Moines. They dedicated the Freedom Rock. It'll be a cornerstone of their new terrain garden. As part of the ceremony, they sang several patriotic songs to honor veterans.
We're so gallantly streaming.
Members of the Knights of Columbus veterans and their families all stood at attention during the song. The rock was painted by Bubba Sorensen. He's the man responsible for Freedom Rocks across the state. One vet says the VA has done so much for him, and he's thankful for what the rock represents.
I'm a Vietnam War veteran myself, and this means a lot to me. It really, really does. And I cannot do enough for the VA, and I just finished a triple bypass about a week ago. Half my heart is out here, and the other half is in my body.
Work on that terrain garden is going to continue into the springtime. They are still working to choose the best proposal for the design, and the VA hopes it'll be ready pretty soon, by the summer. Meteorologist Taylor Knust. It's a busy morning in the news department. We have 2 fires, major fires to tell everyone all about, but we also have a busy morning in the weather department.
Yeah, dealing with a little bit of fog, and we'll touch more on that here in just a sec. Temperature-wise, a pretty typical start to your day with temperatures up north close to 20 degrees, 21 right now in Fort Dodge, 19 in Webster City, and 19 in Clarion. Down to central Iowa, a bit milder, 30 right now in Des Moines, 25 in Newton, 21 in Ames, and 25 around Jefferson. And then a pretty darn mild start down south, 36 in Centerville, 31 in Oskaloosa, and 30 degrees in Knoxville. Now, our typical lows this time of the year should be in the teens, so we're overachieving for the most part. All right, back to that fog. Dense fog advisory in effect for southwest and south central Iowa, including Des Moines, until 9 o'clock this morning. We have seen visibilities drop to about 1/8 of a mile in the metro over the past hour, and in some spots that will continue to be the case through the middle of this morning. Along with that fog, some of that mist in that fog could make contact with the ground with temperatures below freezing. That could cause some slick spots. Iowa DOT not reporting anything too serious at the moment, but just keep that in mind, especially as you cross over bridges this morning. Those are susceptible to become a little bit more slick than other portions of the road. 30 degrees this morning at the bus stop, 45 at lunchtime, and then 49 later on this afternoon. So it's probably coat weather this morning, but this afternoon, probably get away with a jacket. It's going to be a pretty nice afternoon for us.
All right, good deal. Thank you very much, Taylor. We will check back with you in just a little bit. Turning to our big story this morning, a man is in jail for his mother's death 2 years after the fact. This is Jason Carter. He's been arrested for first-degree murder. He's accused of killing his mother, Shirley Carter. She was found shot to death in her home in June 2015. Jason was arrested less than 48 hours after a verdict from a civil case was handed down. This is a bizarre story. Jurors said he was responsible for his mother's death. This case has a lot of layers and a lot of reaction from the community. Local 5 sat down with Jason's father, Bill Carter's lawyer, who said that Bill was relieved.
He was very satisfied with law enforcement's actions. This was the right step for Bill Carter to take for his own pursuit of justice, and it appears to have helped with law enforcement's own decision.
Jason Carter's been charged with the death of his mother, Shirley. Carter was sued by his father, Bill, in a trial that ended last Friday. The jury found Jason liable for his mother Shirley's death and awarded $10 million to her estate. Throughout this whole trial, DCI was listening to the testimony from both sides. A reminder, this was a civil trial, but this means that Jason was found liable. We are not sure exactly what new evidence was found during this trial that led to the arrest of Jason on Sunday. They'll be holding a press conference this morning. We'll confirm all those details then. That press conference is at 9:30 this morning. It'll include DCI and the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Bill Carter will host his own later in the day as well. Meanwhile, police are still looking for the thieves they say took weapons from a gun range. 2 people are still on the run from police this morning. They are on video stealing 2 semi-automatic rifles and 7 fully automatic rifles from a Clive gun range. Take a good look. 7 fully automatic rifles. They were in and out of the shop in less than 2 minutes. Police say the 2 people broke into the doors at Rangemaster around 10 o'clock last Thursday and went straight to the main counter. That's where they got the handguns and took the automatic weapons right off the wall. Police say they got in and out of the store very quickly, but this morning the most important thing is to stress just how dangerous these weapons really are.
These are not weapons of sportsmen. They're not made for hunting. They're not made for target practice. Fully automatic weapons, quite frankly, are the weapons of war, and they really don't have any place being out on the streets.
The store owner tells us the store itself is heavily secured. He says the alarm system went off right when the suspects tried to break the outside door. Anyone with information is asked to call Clive Police. All right, we'll take another short break right here on Good Morning Iowa. We will continue to follow the breaking news of 2 major fires in the Des Moines area. So stick with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
You're watching Good Morning Iowa in HD. We are Iowa's most accurate weather team. Good Morning Iowa starts now with breaking news.
Good morning, everyone. A fire broke out just after 5 o'clock this morning in the 2100 block of Douglas Avenue. You know that because that's Plaza Lanes in Des Moines. A massive fire, and Local 5's Elias Johnson is there right now. Let's go out to him to get the latest details on exactly what's happening. Some incredible video. Good morning, Elias.
Hey, good morning, Sabrina. You know, one of the good things, I guess, that I've noticed just in the last half hour or so, that glow that you see behind me isn't quite as predominant, which would indicate that at least some of the fire is getting knocked down. Now, there continues to be a number of flare-ups that pop up in the front here of Plaza Lanes. This, as we pan to the left, we're going further to the west here of the building. You know, the volleyball courts that are on the outside, right where those fire trucks are that you see there to the left of your screen. And then just above there, they are just dousing this with a ton of water. Matter of fact, as we swing back to the east side of the building, you can see water just streaming down the front of the building, the very front of the building there, where the iconic sign with the bowler on top is completely collapsed. This is all that's left of that, just beside that utility truck there. Just a big pile of rubble now. Just keep talking to neighbors here that say this is a huge blow. This is such a great community area center for kids to come to. One gentleman I talked to said he was just here, you know, over the weekend watching football with friends. This is kind of a place, a gathering place for a lot of people. And boy, I tell you, just by judging by what it looks like right here without actually seeing the inside, it doesn't appear to be a lot left right now. We'll go ahead and send it back to you, Sabrina. I'm going to get an update with Brian O'Keefe in the next couple minutes.
All right, Elias, thanks for being out there. We really appreciate it. And, of course, we'll continue to check back with him throughout the rest of the morning show and throughout the rest of the day. There's another fire that we're following as well, the 1400 block of 6th Avenue. This is closed down 6th Avenue from Forest to Carter. 2 people taken to the hospital in this fire as well. Appears that there were potentially 3 homes or 3 different buildings that were all on fire. We'll continue to follow this story as well. We don't know the conditions of the 2 people who were taken to the hospital at this time, but we do have a crew headed that way as well. So a very busy day today to keep track of what's going on, and make sure that you're staying aware of what's going on, because that's going to impact your morning commute. If you are in the 6th Avenue area near Forest and Carter, or Douglas near Plaza Lanes. Taylor, also a busy day for you in the weather department.
Yeah, it's going to be busy today and really busy potentially late this week, and we could be finally looking at some snow. We're now number 3 all-time for the latest for snow. Still waiting here in Des Moines. The all-time record is December 26th, so we're only 8 days away from that mark. Now, late this week, there is a chance for snow. This is not a guarantee, but some of the models are saying it's going to be a close call for us. So we'll have this area of low pressure passing to our south on Thursday, and it's going to at least bring us rain here in central Iowa and likely snow to northern Iowa. The question after that is, where does the low track? If it stays farther to the south, that means snow is more likely for us here in central Iowa. If it decides to track farther north, odds of snow pretty low for us here in central Iowa. So we'll know more tomorrow, but this is definitely worth watching. What we're expecting right now, at least our early thoughts, are, again, snow likely north of Highway 20 near Fort Dodge, and then between Fort Dodge down toward Creston. Des Moines, Ames included in that. We'll probably start with rain and then see a rain-snow mix late Thursday into Friday morning down south toward Ottumwa and Lamoni. If you see snow, it's probably just going to be a few flakes, likely just mainly rain for you late this week. So Sabrina, we could be looking at our first snowfall finally as we get closer and closer to Christmas later this week.
All right, fingers crossed. Thank you, Taylor. We're continuing, of course, to follow those breaking news stories across the metro, so stick with us. We'll be right back.
We are Iowa's most accurate forecast with meteorologist Taylor Knust, certified by WeatherRate, the independent weather experts.
Let's take you outside. This is what I-35 80, the East Mixmaster, looks like. Yeah, kind of a hazy, foggy look out there. Still dealing with some dense fog in portions of the metro and especially south and west of the metro. That might slow you down a little bit, so just keep that in mind before you step outside this morning. The worst of it is between Lamoni, Creston, and Atlantic right now, where visibilities in some spots, like Atlantic, are just to a few hundred feet. So please be careful before you step outside. And some of this dense fog could return to the metro later this morning. So even though it's not terrible at the moment, don't let your guard down. We could see that fill back in later on today. You can barely make out portions of downtown Des Moines, but most of what you're seeing on the Orton Homes Skycam is just fog. It's pretty foggy out there to start the day here in Des Moines. 30 degrees, southwest winds are at 8 miles per hour. Dense fog advisories in effect until 9 this morning for south central and southwest Iowa. 30 in Oskaloosa, 32 in Sheraton, 30 in Creston. Besides the fog, it's pretty quiet out there, and we're going to stay dry all day long today, besides maybe a little mist mixed in with that fog early this morning. I think the fog clears out by 9 or 10 o'clock, and the rest of your day looks sunny and very comfortable. High temperatures will be pretty close to where they were on Saturday, so mid to upper 40s for those of you farther to the north, 48 in Ames, and then farther south, I think low 50s are the cards for us later on this afternoon. 52 this afternoon here in the metro, mostly sunny skies. Once that fog clears out, should be a very nice afternoon. And then 35 degrees later tonight with partly cloudy skies. So a very nice start to the week, but boy, things are going to change in a hurry late this week, and basically enjoy this while we have it, because after that, things are going to take a turn toward winter quickly. So we have a storm system that will bring us at least a rain-snow mix Thursday into Friday morning. It looks like late Thursday is probably our best chance for any sort of snow here in the metro. And then after that, we may not see snow close to Christmas, but boy, is it going to be cold. Highs will be in the 20s on Saturday and Sunday. 17 your forecast high for Christmas Day in Des Moines, and if you go farther north, it's going to be even colder. So a chilly, chilly holiday on tap for us as we close out the week and head into the Christmas holiday. Sabrina?
Yeah, that's a 5.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, thank you very much, Taylor. Okay, so let's get into the breaking news this morning. We don't have a live picture for you right now because Elias is interviewing the fire department right now. So we'll get a live picture for you in just a few minutes. So this is a map of where it's happening. Douglas Avenue at the Plaza Lanes. It happened just about 5 o'clock this morning. 2100 block of Douglas is where this is. So Elias is out there right now. The entire building fully engulfed in flames. So we will be checking with the live picture with him in just a second. So we'll be right back, everybody. We have breaking news as we close out our Good Morning Iowa show. This is a live look at the Plaza Lanes on Douglas Avenue in Des Moines. As you can see, an immense amount of smoke coming from the building. Huge flames coming out in the last hour. The fire broke out at about 5 o'clock this morning. This is the 2100 block of Douglas Avenue. Douglas is closed. This is a 3-alarm fire. When the roof has collapsed, it's been fully engulfed with flames. And this is a defensive operation, which basically means they've got the ladders up and they are just putting a whole lot of water on this thing. So it is a very dangerous situation. There's potential for the heat to affect buildings behind it as well. Firefighters tell us that they just don't see fires like this. So a huge fire to tell you about that you want to make sure you are aware of if this is around how you get to work in the morning. Now, we also want to let you know about another fire that's happening on 6th Avenue. This is the 1400 block of 6th Avenue. Multiple fires, we believe, in this area. 2 people taken to the hospital as well. So a very dangerous area in that spot as well. So this is 6th Avenue between Forest and Carter is also closed. That could definitely impact your morning commute. We have crews headed out there, so we'll we'll be bringing you the very latest through the rest of the day on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page. Just search We Are Iowa, and we'll also have everything on our website. And of course, we'll update you throughout the morning in the updates as well. So Taylor, just a busy day this morning.
Yeah, sure is. We have a dense fog advisory in effect for the metro and other portions of southwest Iowa until 9 this morning. Rest of the day looks great. 52 this afternoon. Second half of the week, things start to head downhill. We have a chance for a rain-snow mix in Des Moines later Thursday into Friday morning, and then it gets cold this weekend into Christmas.
Somebody say brr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But no snow, really.
Well, yeah, not here.
All right.
Still waiting.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.